Like this?
Well, you're not doing shadow puppets.
I don't know. I guess I don't watch enough YouTube.
You don't watch enough. There you go. Like that. I did that as a joke, and the first time I did that, and it went in camera like that, I freaked out for a second. I was like, "Wow, that actually really works."
I don't know anything about that, but I'll tell you what I do know. That's MP Cavalier. That's Superfan James. That's Paul Schultz. And I'm Steve Vinson. And nothing you're about to hear is true. So sit back, relax, and ignore the news. This is the Don't Panic Radio Show.
In the beginning, the universe was created. This has made a lot of people very angry and been widely regarded as a bad move.
There you go, SFJ. You saw it in person.
That theme song is by none other than MP Cavalier, and it couldn't be any better. Perfect. Perfect is what I call perfect. What are we doing today? Today we're playing some D and DP. I forgot my book. I'll have to get my book in a second. There it is right there, MP showing
There
it.
it is. Yeah.
D and DP, Dungeons.
James has two of them.
Dungeons and Don't Panic. Today is all about developing the characters, and then next time it'll be about playing the game. Paul's going to tell you more about, Paul's the game master in this whole situation. If you know MP Cavalier outside of our little weird corner of the internet, it's important that you not say anything about what he's doing here. Okay. There's a sick friend. He had to go see a sick friend. That's in the old sitcoms. That's what they always said.
Actually, 3 sick friends.
3 sick friends.
Very sick.
There has to be a little truth in every lie. You know, the best lie is one you believe yourself. And all
hey,
that
you know
stuff,
what?
so.
I read this book. I didn't understand a fucking word.
Well, that's totally fine because it's not meant to be coherent. It's just what I did was I pulled together a bunch of ideas from a bunch of games that I like.
We
kind of
sell
smashed
that book
it all together.
Right.
So, but the thing is, I've had people actually, they're like, "How can I get that book?" And I'm like, "You don't want that book. That book, it's a hot mess. Give me some time. Maybe I'll put it together and make it.
I'm gonna put it on eBay right now. Hang on.
Okay, yeah.
A couple of things y'all need to know before we get too far into this. One is Let's Play 10 is a podcast that you need to go find and listen to, especially if you like interesting podcasts as opposed to this show. If you want to come away from a podcast feeling smarter, feeling like you're more plugged into the culture, feeling like you found something you can go and enrich your life with, Let's Play 10 is for you. In fact, I recommend you turn this one off right now and go find Let's Play 10. And I experimented. If you go Let's Play 10 podcast in Google, you'll find it. It's on all the things. Any more you want to say that about that?
Thank you for that unsolicited and totally unscripted plug. I appreciate that. Thank you.
I don't know about
we love doing our little music podcast. It's a lot of fun. If you like indie rock, punk, small label stuff, DIY rock and roll, we're your guys. Let's Play 10. We're everywhere.
It's true. And it's good.
Thank you.
I've listened to a few episodes and love the music, love the banter. And I feel like I have a parasocial relationship with your co-host. So
that's funny because we have a psychosocial relationship with each other. So that
perfect. Now, if you've ever felt like you had a hunk of meat, but it just wasn't cut the way you like it, Superfan James is the person to go see. Superfan James, those of you that don't know, Superfan James is Superfan James because when we first started the Don't Panic Radio Show, we recorded several episodes, I'd say in the 20 ballpark, and we were trying to get the word out, and we're like, we have this little thing we're doing. It sucks, but you might like to listen to it anyway. And James comes out of the woodwork. He's been friends with Paul for a while, used to babysit his kids and stuff like that. And he said, I binge listened to the first, whatever it was, 12 to 15 episodes. And from that moment on, he was like the expert on our show. He knew more about the show than we did. And so
he's actually listened to more episodes
James.
of the show than we have.
It's true.
I just hope my neophyteness doesn't impede your experiment here.
Oh,
I think the word you're looking for
part
is
of
neophytitude.
Neophytery. Neophytery.
Neophytery, yes.
neophytery. Well, you're part of the experiment, so
I wish I had a drink like Steve. Maybe when my wife brings down my bagel bites, I'll ask her to bring me down a scotch.
okay. So what this is a historic moment. This is the first ever session 0 of D&DP. Session 0, for those of you that don't know, is basically where you make your characters, kind of discuss what kind of character you want to play. Players get to know each other. James has already made his character, so he can kind of, tweak his character and maybe offer up some insight as we're working on them. What does anything sound interesting to you guys? What you're thinking about? You'd like to try out?
Personally, I like the sound of Witchfinder.
That is pretty cool. I like that. That is cool. I can't help but go. I find I'm happiest in life when I'm typecast. So I would either go with alchemist or warrior. Let's go with either my brain or my brawn. I'll be the warrior. Come out and play. All right, here we go.
Filmed in my old neighborhood.
Oh, yeah, that's
Really?
right.
Warriors.
Whenever you talk about Coney Island, it'd be like, oh, that's where the warriors were trying to get to.
Yep.
That was like where was Odysseus trying to get? Wherever he was trying to get, that was like Coney Island.
Yeah. So the way we're going to get started is I'm going to have you guys start by rolling your traits. There's a little spot down on the lower right, it says traits, physique, face, and that kind of thing. Yeah.
It's on this page. Those of you
Yep.
follow along.
And these are all, if I remember right, these are all set up on D20 rolls. Yeah. So this kind of will flesh out what your character will look like and act like. So just start with physique, roll a 20-sider and jot that selection down. And once we get far enough into it, we can kind of rattle off what we've got.
Hilarious.
This will help build out your character, or in my case, like push me in the direction of a certain class, because
This may be pushing me
all
in the
my
direction of a
traits and
certain
stuff.
Therapist.
Yeah. James is right. A lot of times too, you guys picked classes that you want to play, but by the time you get done, your character might not reflect that, and you might want to change it. So it's kind of that's why I lined it up first. A lot of games will start out with you rolling your stats first, but I'm like, do your characteristics first, then your stats, match them up, and see what you get. Yeah, it also prompts you on like role playing that type of character. It in some cases will knock you out of your comfort zone, and you can have fun in a way that you don't realize you could have had fun. Like I'm partial to about 3 different archetypes that I like to play, but rolling stuff randomly and seeing what happens is a way to explore something else.
So my warrior got willowy as his physique. So do you think I should roll again, or everything else kind of fits? Pinched face, dark skin. I may want to re-roll that one because again,
I'll let you. Yeah,
it's 2024.
All right. Well, and we're not playing Dune, so yeah, you can re-roll if there's 1 or 2 of them in there that don't gel. You feel free to either fake it or re-roll it. I'm
Ooh,
not
I
that
like
kind of a
statuesque.
GM.
I just became statuesque. Statuesque. That sounds like a Trip Shakespeare song. Am I right? Skin. You have to make references to. You have
Old
to make
reference
references
lost
to.
on young audience.
Yes, exactly.
Great one.
maybe a semisonic song if you prefer. Right.
Hurry up! It's closing time. So
pierced. If my skin is pierced, what do you suppose that means? Like piercings?
Yeah.
I like that.
It's up to you. That's the thing too. The adjectives and whatnot used in these lists, like kind of get your brain going, and you can make something really cool out of them, out of words you wouldn't normally even think to associate with, a character.
Brother James, what'd you come up with?
I came up with flabby, bony face, skin makeup, hair wavy, clothing flamboyant, virtue courteous, vice bitter, speech formal, background performer.
I'm courteous, but I'm bitter.
I think
I guess
that
that's
I think that we should probably maybe buy a lottery ticket because we all rolled a 14 on physique because I got flabby also.
I got statuesque.
But didn't you get flabby originally?
No, originally I got willowy.
You got willowy, sorry.
Willowy.
Yes.
Willowy and
yeah.
flabby.
That's all right. What's that?
So- I am a flabby, chiseled, pierced, frizzy haired, decorated, honest, vain, blunt tracker who has an addiction problem. That is
Nice.
my witch finder.
That's beautiful. Statuesque, pinched face, which I think might mean this. Pierced skin, filthy hair, stained clothing, serene virtue, vengeful, horse like Tom Waits. My background is butcher, so, and misfortunes suspected.
I like
Butcher,
the serene
suspected
vengeance. The serene vengeance. he's very cool about it.
Vengeance is a dish best served serenely. Now, Buddha says not to hang on to your anger, but I ain't Buddha. I hold grudges.
Okay, so the next thing we'll do is we're gonna roll for your abilities, which on the upper left is where the fancy calligraphy. Your abilities are strength, dexterity, constitution, intelligence, wisdom, and charisma. Now, MP, these 6 things here also really help flesh out your character and give you your chances of doing things in the game. You take 3 6-sided dice, roll them at the same time. If you get any 6s, just re-roll them. When you're done with all that, the lowest die roll, I want you to record it somewhere on a scrap sheet and do that 6 times.
While we were doing this, I was going to tell you a story about me buying these dice.
Oh,
I
then
wanna
go
hear
right
it.
ahead. Yeah.
Well,
You went to Eli's friend's mom's store?
now that you mentioned where I went, I can't tell the story I was going to tell. So let me just say that I had a very pleasant experience at Saltire
Eli
Games on
is
Pendleton Pike.
Eli is my friend's ostrich. So,
Yeah. It was
well, not an
it was
ostrich. He
a
got
very nice store, and it smelled great.
Oops.
It's like years ago, me and my buddy Mike we were setting up at this convention, and it was about 10 o'clock and the doors were just opening, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go, because we all know what's gonna happen here in about 2 hours, so I'm gonna go ahead and use the bathroom now. So it already, I come back and he's like, should I go? I said, bro, it ain't gonna get any better in there. You better go now.
So these are bonuses.
They're going to be bonuses, yes, but there's one more thing when you get the pluses written out.
Mhm.
To the right of those pluses, add 10, but there's no plus. So say you got +1, all right, write 11.
Okay.
You got +2, write 12.
Got it.
All right.
Where'd SFJ go? SFJ, come back.
What you're going to do with the like the +1 and the 11, like they're side by side, they correspond with each other. So where you would put the plus in the bonus, to the left of it in the defense is where you put the bigger number. Now, don't just do it down the line. What you're going to want to do is think about this for a second. I'll
Okay.
explain briefly
Well,
what each one of these.
Well,
Hmm?
hang on. So before that,
Hmm?
I appreciate that you were going to explain it to me, but my numbers are so close together that it might not make a difference because it's all 11s and 12s and a
Nice.
13.
Well, that's up to you.
Yeah.
I'll give a brief description of what each of the
Okay.
your abilities do, and then you can decide where you want to put that bonus, which is typically rolled on a 20-sider or your whatever your damage die happens to be.
Okay.
Your strength gives you a better chance to hit when you're attacking, and it does extra damage when you're attacking. Your dexterity makes it harder for someone to hit you. So the higher your bonus in that, the harder it is for your attacker to hit you.
Mhm.
The Constitution increases what are called hit points, and hit points is the amount of damage you can take before you die. So if you want to put like your character class say has like a D8 for a hit die for rolling hit points, and you roll a 3, and you got a +2, you have 5. Your intelligence is good for like perception rolls, like looking for things or paying attention to detail or recognizing things or being able to read something. That's typically what intelligence works for. So again, if like you're trying to read something that's a language you don't speak or read, uh, I give you a chance to roll to see if you can kind of figure it out, and it increases that chance of being able to figure it out. Your wisdom deals a lot with attacking with ranged weapons. So, like, say you have a bow or you throw daggers or rocks or any fucking thing. Your wisdom will help your ability to do that. And your charisma basically deals with how uh, monsters and what are called non-player characters or NPCs, how they react to you. Like if I have to roll something to see, like say you're trying to con somebody, you get to make a charisma check to see if you can pull it off, and that helps that.
Okay.
Stained, filthy hair, pierced skin. All right.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. Charisma is going to go.
James, do you guys make characters together, or do you let the players make their characters and then you just sit down and go?
So I've only have the 2 campaigns going, so I've only ever done character creation twice, and both times everyone just kind of made their stuff separately. Especially in my homebrew game, I kind of wish that we would have sat down and did everything together. But it's working out. It's actually, I'm having a lot of fun running it, and so are my players. The other one is I'm running Curse of Strahd. And so I just had everyone make their own characters, and I was like, look, make your characters, but like, at least for right now, don't worry about a backstory, because like this is my first game that I'm running.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to be able to incorporate your backgrounds. But now that I've gotten it under my belt, my players are level 5 now, and we're about halfway through the module. Then I'm like, all right, I will start incorporating your stuff in your background into the actual game.
Yeah, yeah. Well, and you do remotely, right?
Yep, we do it through Discord.
Yeah, yeah. It's a bit difficult to do a session 0 like this remotely. This is like this is the first time I've ever done it, and it's it definitely has its challenges.
All right.
All
So
right.
we got all of our
Is everybody-
stuff written down there.
Everybody's caught up. Okay, well let's knock out a few easy things real quick. Up at the top where it says level,
Yep.
y'all are level 1. Just write a
That was
1.
easy.
Where it says XP, you can put a 0 or leave it blank because you don't have any. XP is experience points. You get experience points as you play, and as you gain experience points, you go up in what are called levels, and levels give you more abilities and stuff like that. For your hit points, take the class you play, like MP. What are you again?
Witchfinder.
Okay, so a Witchfinder uses a D8 for their hit points. Roll it once and try to roll high because it's gonna help.
I rolled a 7.
Oh, that's
okay,
really good.
now on
Are
your
you sure?
yeah.
It was a
What's-
7. Sorry.
What's your Constitution bonus?
See, I rolled a 7.
All right, what's your Constitution bonus?
The bonus is 1.
Okay, so you take that 1 and add it to that 7, and it gives you 8. So that's how many hit points you have to start with.
Okay.
Now that, like I said, that's the amount of damage you can take before you're dead. For corruption, just put a 0.
Oh,
And
this
for
isn't
luck,
like real life at all.
yeah. Oh, it doesn't take long. And for luck, just put a 1 in there.
Okay.
Throughout the course of the game, if like you get a bad die roll and you wanna do it again and that kind of thing, you spend your luck point and you can re-roll, add to, stuff like that.
Mhm.
So what we'll do now is we'll move on to
Question
Hmm?
in the back.
Yeah.
What's AC?
armor class. I was just getting to that.
Okay.
Before we do armor class, let's
gonna
do yeah. If you look on your class, like for Witchfinder, it says to start
hmm
down at the bottom. You have light armor, a crossbow, a shillelagh, and a holy symbol.
hmm
Yeah. You can write that in your equipment spot. And for the light armor, you can pick the type of light armor that you want, which is I'll wait till you get that scribbled down. Same thing with you, Steve. If you want to roll your hit points based on your class and add your Constitution bonus.
I love a good shillelagh.
Hmm.
Okay, so I've got that all written down, except I did not write down light armor.
All right.
Witchfinders get
So-
medium armor.
Yeah, but he starts with light if he wants it. But
Oh,
yeah,
you're right. I'm sorry. I see that.
yeah.
I was looking at
Yeah.
the medium. Yep.
yeah. If you want to stick with that light armor and you turn to the page that has the weapons on it, on the upper right it says armor and it lists light armor, medium armor, heavy armor. Okay. So for light armor, your choices are basically padded armor, leather armor, or studded leather armor.
Studded leather. It's not
Um,
even a question. Why are we even
I
discussing?
know you're like
discussing.
Rob Halford. Rob Halford, Witchfinder. Your armor class is then 12, but you can add your dex bonus to that 12. The higher the armor class, the better you are.
So that gives me 14.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is a pretty decent armor class, honestly.
Do you do the thing where we need to roll the 3d6 times 10 gold pieces so that we actually have to pay for this stuff, or we just get it for free to start?
You get to start. You get the stuff listed to start for free.
All right.
It's a
So
way
I'll
to
just-
kind of speed up the process.
We kind of pick the most expensive thing would be the best thing would be the, like I'm a warrior. I get medium armor, so I should pick scale mail
Okay.
because it's got 14, right?
Yes, but with scale mail, you're good. You're good.
Yeah.
The armor classes that don't have asterisks, they're too big and bulky, and you don't get your dex bonus with that. But nobody has that, so we're good.
Is a shillelagh considered a weapon? It is
Huh.
not.
Mine is.
Depends on what song you're playing.
I guess so. It depends on how many
Yeah.
leprechauns you're fighting, right?
Yeah.
That's right. Like how many leprechauns could you take out with a shillelagh? At least 11.
Like, can a torch be used for things other than a weapon? Like if we're in a dark place, can I use the torch for lighting a cave or something like that?
If you must. Where's everybody at?
I'm good.
Okay.
I need to pick
Um,
one more weapon, but other than that, I'm good.
Okay. Did you already do your money, Steve?
No.
Hmm?
No, I did not do my cash.
Okay. Well, we'll do money, and then you guys can pick what kind of pack you want, which has a whole bunch of other things in it. So basically, everybody rolls 3d6, and then multiply that by 10, and that's how much gold you have. After money, you'll see where it says equipping characters. There's the burglars pack, the diplomats pack, the dungeoneers pack, the entertainers pack, the explorers pack, and the priests pack.
Do we need to note how much money we have on the character sheet?
Yes, yeah. Note it to start because you're going to end up spending some of it. If you want, like on the front of your character sheet in the equipment section, say you get the burglars pack, you can just write burglars pack, and then somewhere on the inside, if you want to list everything that's in it, so you're not smashing it all into the little box. Now looking at the Witchfinder, all right. Abilities and restrictions. You can wear up to medium armor. You can cast detect magic. So like if you wanted to if you wanted to improve your armor class, like right now, you could go to that armor section and pick medium armor instead of your light armor,
Mm-hmm.
and then just deduct the gold from your current gold level. Honestly, this is the most tedious part of the game, MP. After
Mhm.
when you start playing, it just becomes rolling dice
Yeah,
and
yeah.
trying not to die.
Okay, so now I'm at medium armor.
Right.
Change shirt.
Steve, as a warrior, the cool thing is if you at the beginning of each game session, everyone gets a luck point equal to their level. So at level 1, you got 1 luck point. At any time during that game session, you can spend that luck point to do various things. In your case, you can spend it to do an additional attack roll.
It took me until now to realize James already made his character, and that's why he's not been like saying anything.
Yeah, he's just been listening to what have I gotten myself into.
Super fan.
Now, James has played in my games before, and he has been known to hit a motherfucker with another motherfucker.
Oh, well, there you go. What sort of damage does another motherfucker do?
A lot.
Actually, I think it was I'm not afraid to beat a motherfucking robot with another motherfucking robot.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's the name of my new album.
Okay, so MP, when it comes to your Witchfinder, where it says abilities and restrictions, it says you can cast detect magic and protection from undead once per day per level, and you can turn undead at will. So what I would do is write however you need to write that shorthand to remember. Just put it in your character sheet somewhere. And what that basically does is, as a Witchfinder who's a destroyer of evil magic, a spell like protection from undead basically keeps the zombies from being able to attack you very well. And turning undead basically doesn't mean you physically turn into a zombie. It basically you can do everything from like scare them off with your holiness or complete destroy them with your abilities just by walking into a room.
Okay.
You destroy them. Wait, what was it? You scare them with your holiness, or destroy them with your piousness, or is it
Yes.
piosity? I'm not sure.
Piosity was a Police album,
Oh, that's right.
or a Bob Geldof album.
I think it's the name of a dessert place in the Williamsburg section of Brooklyn.
Somewhere on your character sheet, record your remaining gold, and you're pretty much set.
Wait, what about name?
Okay. What do you want to call yourselves?
I'm naming myself Baldric.
This isn't helping.
That's pretty good.
Baldric.
Baldric. Do you guys know that reference? I know
Saint
James knows
Bald.
that reference.
Ain't Baldric?
Right, James?
Sure.
Oh. I stumped the great nerds of Don't Panic.
I don't know if we're the great nerds. We are nerds.
We are the nerds of Don't Panic. So a brief description of corruption. Everybody starts out at 0. If you do some shady shit, I'm going to give you corruption points. When you hit 10 corruption points, you're essentially twisted and evil, and I take your character and you become an evil NPC. A lot of role-playing games are ditching the idea of alignment because it honestly it's never been able to be like fully explained to anybody. It's just something we did way back in the day to kind of figure out, to kind of guide our characters in one direction or the other. But by eliminating alignment and using corruption, it allows you to play what you want, be as nasty as you want if you want to go that route, but there's consequences to it.
Todd Fungasterix, but you can call him Todd. All right. Anything else?
No, I think we're if you guys got all your stuff filled out, I think you're good to go.
Okay.
SFJ, what's your character's name?
Oh yeah.
My name is Coldrick Butler, and I am a performer out of Dagenhart.
For Caldrick
Not
Butler and Baldric, especially for the Game Master, I'm Todd Fungasterix. This has been the Don't Panic Radio Show, and nothing you just heard was true. You want me to stop recording at the risk of somebody saying something funny? Or if I stop recording, maybe people will be more relaxed to speak freely. It's up to you.
Or
what would you like me to do?
Steve's like, I stopped recording.
There,
You
I
know.
stopped recording.